Okay, so we were doing problems on confidence interval for population mean for small samples. Okay, so this is the problem given. So in this problem, what is your first observation? Okay, you should see the sample size. Am I right?
15.
Okay, because your formula depends on the sample size. So sample size is 15. 15 means it is less than 30. That means it is a small sample. And after that, which one you have to see? Okay, 99% confidence interval. Therefore, what is alpha?
1%.
1%. Okay, after that, what is this called? X bar. Okay, sorry, it is. Yeah, it is X bar. Okay, so next with the standard deviation is 14,380. This is standard deviation of these 15 at these 15 locations. Okay, so summing up all these things, so you just write down the data. So what is given? So given that n equal to 15. So this implies that nu equal to degree of freedom equal to n minus 1 equal to 15 minus 1 equal to 14. Okay, and what else is given? X bar equal to 1 lakh. Can you tell me? 1 lakh 46,000
692.
692, and S cap standard deviation is given as
14,380.
14,380. 14,380. Okay, please observe that it is given on an average. Okay, that's why on an average it is given. That's why it is mean. Okay, so then what is given? Okay, so 1 minus alpha into 100% is equals to confidence level equal to 99%. So this implies that what is alpha? Alpha is 1%, which is 0.01. Okay. So what is critical value? Therefore, T alpha by 2 comma nu equal to T alpha by 2 comma n minus 1. So it is T 0.05 comma 14. Okay. Now look at your T distribution table. Look at your T distribution table and compute this. 0.005. Where is this? 0.005. Do you have the value readily? 0.005 we want. 0. I think it is not there. 0.005 is not there.
Yes, sir, it's not there.
Okay, let me see if it is available in my distribution table. Did I have one more table? No, I think we have this table. No, I think here you are having right 0.005 with 14 degrees of freedom. What is the value? 2.
9760.
Shall we write it as 2.98?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So 2.98. Okay, so this is going to be 2.98. So 2.98. So therefore, what is 99% confidence interval for mu equal to x bar plus or minus t alpha by 2 into s cap by root n. So this is going to be 1,46,692 plus or minus 2.98 into S cap is 14,000 14,380 divided by root n, root 15. Now compute. Can you compute now? What is this value?
57,750.
Is it 135639? Okay, you tell me.
Sir, if we take plus, I got 1,57,756.44.
Okay. Okay, 1,57,756. Fine. Lower limit.
1,35,620.
620. Okay. So
Yes.
627.
627. Okay. So this is the 99% confidence interval for the population mean. Okay. So this is how we'll be doing. We'll be finding the confidence interval in case of a small sample. Is this clear to all of you? So just identify the data, given data, and write the formula, and substitute the values and simplify. That's it. So it is more important to interpret the data and identify the correct formula. Okay. Shall I go to the next problem?
Yes.
So see, on an average, that's why it is X bar. Okay. Now a random sample of 25 fuses subjected to overload has a mean time of 10.63. That means this is X bar, and standard deviation 2.48. This is escape, because this is about 20 fuses and 20 less than 30. That means it is a small sample. We are asked to find out 95% confidence interval. Not confidence interval. What can we assert with 95% confidence about the maximum error if we use 10.63 minutes as a point estimate of the true average takes such fuses for below the subjected. Okay. So what is the maximum error formula? So what is given? Can you tell me in the given problem? 8 problem given. 8 n equal to 20. This implies that mu equal to n minus 1 equal to 19. Okay. So confidence level equal to 95%. This implies that level of significance alpha equal to 5%. That means 0.05. And what else is given?
10.63.
What is X bar equal to 10.63. S cap is equal to
2.48.
2.48. Okay, some units. I am not writing the units. Okay, and we are asked to find out the maximum error. So what is the formula for the maximum error? T alpha by 2 into S cap by root n. Here what is redundant actually? To find out the maximum error estimate, X bar is redundant. Suppose in the problem confidence interval is also asked, then this will be used. So what is this? This is equal to, okay, so T alpha by 2. What is alpha by 2 then? Alpha by 2 equal to 0.025. Okay, so 0.025 comma degree of freedom is 9 into S cap by root n. Okay, so what is 0.025? I think this is F table. Okay, sorry. So what is 0.025 with 19 degrees of freedom? 2.09. Can you see it?
Yes.
So 2.09 into what is S cap? S cap is 2.48 divided by root of 20. Can you compute?
1.159.
1.159. So when you round to two decimals, you may write it as 1.16. Okay. So when rounded to two decimals. Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Right. So what is the next problem? construct a 99% confidence interval for the so it is similar, right? Can you see? So 99% confidence interval n is 16 and x bar is given, s cap is given. Can you take this as homework?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you are asked to find out sample size, E will be given, then you can apply the formula accordingly, okay, and get the sample size. Okay. So ninth problem is homework. Okay. So next, now we shall look at the problem related to proportions. Okay. So large sample confidence interval for proportion. Large sample confidence interval for proportion. Okay. So read the first problem. Construct 95% confidence interval for the true proportion of computer literates if 36 out of 100%, 36 out of 100% from rural areas are computer literates. Okay, so what is your first observation? Is this small sample or large sample?
Large sample.
Large sample. What is n here?
36.
100.
100. Proportion. What is proportion formula? X by n, no? Proportion is nothing but percentage. Percentage is nothing but probability, I said. 36 out of 100. X out of n. X by n. Do you understand? Okay. So 95% confidence interval is given. So what is that? How do we do this problem? So problem number 10, given x equal to 36, n equal to 100. Okay. So this implies that p equal to x by n equal to 36 by 100, and this implies that q equal to 1 minus p equal to 1 minus x by n. Can you tell me what is it? 1 minus 36 by 100 means 64, 64 by 100.
Yes.
So therefore, and confidence level equal to 95%. This implies that the level of significance equal to alpha equal to 5%. Equal to 0.0. Okay. Now what is the formula? 95%. Therefore, let us compute the critical value also. So z alpha by 2 is equal to z 0.025. Okay. So let me write alpha by 2 here. 0.025. Do you remember what is z alpha by 2 for 0.025? That means what is right tail area? Right half. This is 0.025 means what will be this area? 0.4750. So for 0.4750, what is that value?
1.96.
1.96. So this is 1.96. Okay. Therefore, what is the 95% confidence interval for p, small p is equal to capital P plus or minus z alpha by 2 into root of pq by n. So, so this is equal to what is small p? 36 by 100 plus or minus 1.96 into, okay, root of 36 by 100 into 64 by 100 divided by 100. Can you do this? That means what? 36 by 100 means what? 0.36 kada? So 0.36 plus or minus 1.96 into 36 by 100 under root and 6 by 10. 6 by 10 divided by 10 means 6 by 100. 6 by 100 is 0.06 into 0.64. Am I right? So can you compute this value?
0.2659.
Round off to 2 decimals.
0.26.
26 and
0.36.
0.36 sir.
454.
0.45.
454.
0.4. So this is the 95% confidence interval for the population proportion. True proportion means population proportion. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now next go through the next problem. Find the maximum error estimate with 99% confidence using sample proportion as the estimate of the true proportion of parents if 126 out of 400 parents for privatization of education. Okay. So what we require is the values. Okay. So situation may be different, but the story will be same. Okay. Screenplay will be different. So what is, you are asked to find out the maximum error estimate. Okay. So what is maximum error estimate formula?
ZR.
Z alpha by 2 into.
Sigma.
So problem number 12, 11. 11. So what is given? What is sample size? X equal to 126.
Yes, sir.
N equals to 200. 400. N equal to 400. N equal to 400. Okay. So this implies that P equal to X by N equal to 126 by 400. Okay. So that means what? So this implies that Q equal to 1 minus P equal to 1 minus 126 by 400 equal to, please tell me, 400 minus 4, 126 means 270, 74, 274 by 400. Am I right? Okay. So what is the confidence level given?
99%.
99%. That means level of significance equal to alpha equal to 1% equal to 0.01. Simplifies that alpha by 2 equal to 0.005. So what is Z alpha by 2 then? Do you remember? Is it 2.575? If I am right.
Sir.
Antena? 2.575 na? 2.575. Okay. 2.575. Therefore maximum error estimate for okay. So for 95% confidence level, E equal to Z alpha by 2 into what is it, sigma root of PQ by n kada, root of PQ by n.
Yes, sir.
So what is this? 2.575 into root of PQ 126 by 400 into 274 by 400 into divided by 400. Please compute this.
Point 0598.
0.0598. Okay. So that's it. So it is just an application of simple formula. Shall I proceed?
Yes.
So next one, determine the size of the smallest sample required to estimate an unknown proportion. Okay, unknown proportion. Okay, of blind students uh, to within a maximum error of 0.06 with at least 95% confidence. So when unknown proportion is given, what is the formula? So given that maximum error with 95% confidence level is E equal to how much? 0.06. Okay, so 0.06. Okay, and what is given, and alpha equal to 5% equal to 0.05. So this implies that alpha by 2 equal to 0.025. This implies that Z alpha by 2 is equal to 1.96. Huh? Previously you said no?
Yes, sir. 1.9.
1.96. So for for unknown proportion, what is the sample size? N equal to 1 by 4 into Z alpha by 2. Z alpha by 2 into, what is the formula? I forgot. Z alpha by 2 into Z alpha by 2 divided by E, na? Z alpha by 2 divided by E whole square. Okay, 2 divided by E whole square. So this is 1 by 4 into 1.96 divided by 0.06 whole square. Compute this.
266.77.
So nearly 267
267.
approximately. Okay, because it is a number cannot be in decimals. Okay, so you sample size must be 267 approximately. Okay, shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. 13th problem. What is given? To estimate true proportion of substandard computers from a large consignment and to be at least 99% confident that the error is at most 0.04, what should be the sample size of the smallest sample required if true proportion does not exceed 0.12 and true proportion does not exceed 0.12 and true proportion is not known. Okay. So okay, so in this case this is proportion is known. In the first part proportion is known. What is proportion? P equal to 0.12. In the second part proportion is not known. If the proportion is not known, 1 by 4 into formula you have to apply this one. If the proportion is known as 0.12, then take P equal to 0.12 and do it. Okay, so now we shall do this problem. A part we shall do. Okay. Okay, so P equal to 1 by 2, E equal to 0.04. Okay, alpha equal to 1%. Okay, so what is, so second part is unknown. Okay, so what is given? E given E with 99% confidence level is E equal to 0.04. Okay, so 0.04. So alpha equal to 1%. This implies that 0.01 alpha. Alpha by 2 equal to 0.005. And so A part, okay, true proportion equal to 0.12. Is it 0.12? 0.12. Okay. So this implies that Q equal to 1 minus P equal to 1 minus 0.12 equal to 0.88. Okay. So what is sample size n equal to PQ into Z alpha by 2 by E whole square. So this is 0.12 into 0.88 into Z alpha by 2. What is Z alpha by 2 for this? 2.575.
2.575.
So 2.575 by alpha E 0.04 whole square. Find out the approximate value.
438, sir.
Approximately
438.
438, sir.
okay. So what is P? Second part, if P is unknown, sample proportion is unknown, then n equal to 1 by 4 into Z alpha by 2 by E whole square equal to 1 by 4 into 2.575 by 0.04 whole square. Find out the approximate value.
1036.
1036.
Approximately 1036. Okay. So that is how the problems. Okay. So problems may be on finding the confidence interval, or may be asked to find out the maximum error estimate, or may be asked to find out the sample size. Okay. And your sample may be large sample or small sample for single mean. In case of a large sample, we discussed for proportion. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now before proceeding, just to look at the topics that are there in your first four units. Just to make sure that I have completed all the topics in the first four units. So I completed a confidence interval of small mean just now, and I also completed confidence interval for proportions. So with this, fourth unit is over, third unit is over, second unit is over, first unit is also over. Is that fine?
Yes.
Yes.
Now shall we go to the fifth unit? Correlation and regression. Okay, so what are the topics available here? Coefficient of correlation, rank correlation, regression coefficient, lines of regression, and multiple correlation regression. Okay, so all these concepts are interlinked. So what I will do, I will discuss the theory part related to these concepts. Then at a time we will do problems related to these concepts. Then what is left is multiple correlation regression. Is that okay? So this part will be taking now. Okay. So unit 5, correlation and regression.